Welcome to the first of the 5 episodes on the life of St. John of the Cross. Today we see his family background. Spain roughly is divided into 2 regions or territories. The northern part, which is called Castilla, that means a place of castles, people who are well off, and in a way so-called noble caste. Whereas the southern part is called Andalusia. Andalusia has a mixed race because southern Spain was under the Arab invasion for 700 years. So naturally, they are a mixed race. So Castilians always looked down upon Andalusians because they were proud of their pure blood, pura sangre. Interestingly, John of the Cross and Teresa of Avila belong to the northern region, Castilla. Though 10 of the glorious career of St. John of the Cross get involved in the southern part of Andalusia. Now, John's father was from Toledo, the border with Castilla and Andalusia. His name was Gonzalo de Yepes. If family takes the name of the place as surname, means that is the top family, the number 1 family of that area. In that way, Gonzalo's family was the number 1 family of Toledo and Yepes. They were silk merchants. Gonzalo lost his parents and there were 3 brothers. The elder one was an archpriest or archdeacon, and it's something like a Monsignor. Second was Gonzalo, and third was a doctor. Gonzalo was the manager and administrator or an accountant of his uncle's silk shop. So they were silk merchants. And on the other side, we find John's mother, Catalina Alvarez. Catalina in English means Catherine. She was a slave girl, though some say she was only an orphan. And the marriage between Gonzalo and Catalina has a romantic story. It goes this way. There was a widow in a place called Fontueros between Toledo and Avila. She used to go to Gonzalo's shop to buy silk threads, and once they are, after weaving, she used to bring it back and sell it in the shop of Gonzalo. So there was a close relation, though business line. Gonzalo often made a trip to Medina del Campo from Toledo. Medina del Campo is one of the most, the number 1 commercial center of Spain those days. It is about 250 kilometers distance. On the way to Medina and back from Medina, John had to spend one day somewhere. So instead of going to an inn or a hostel, he preferred to go to the house of this widow. She was alone. She had no children. And for him, she was something like a mother. And also psychologically, since Gonzalo lost his mother in a younger age, he also projected a mother figure in this widow. And it so happened, one day, this widow came to Yepes' place, shop, to sell the silk products already made to buy thread for weaving again, and while she was returning, she passed by Toledo market, and she found a young girl wandering about in the market, and she was very much attracted or fascinated by the gentle behavior and the meek character of this Catalina, and took her home to Fontiveros. And this girl helped the widow in weaving. And now starts the love affair between Gonzalo and Catalina. Gonzalo, as he did before earlier, continues his business trip from Toledo to Medina and back. And he is to stop at the place of the widow to spend the night. And now he found one new member, this young girl, Catalina. Somehow, Gonzalo was fascinated by the gentle behavior and good look, graceful look of Catalina, and slowly he fell in love with her and he decided to marry her. The widow, like a mother, told Gonzalo of the dire consequences he may have to meet if he married a slave girl. Just to see the contrast. Epis, a top family, Catalina, a poor slave girl. And the widow plainly told her about the consequences. But Gonzalo was determined to marry her. As warned by the widow, he was expelled by the family of Epis. So he came and got settled in Fontiveros in the house of the widow. So now they are three: Gonzalo, Catalina, and the widow. So they had a simple marriage in the year 1529. During their 15 years of married life, they had 3 children, all the 3 boys. Eldest one was Francisco, second one was Luis, and third, John of the Cross. So between Francisco and the youngest boy, John, there is a difference of 20 years. John was born in 1542, though we are unable to give the exact date and month of his birth. The simple reason is the parish where he was baptized, St. Cyprian's parish in Fontiveros, underwent a fire and all the documents were burnt. So historians could not trace out the date of his birth and baptism. So they concluded from the Spanish custom of those days, that is, when a child is born on a particular day, the name of the saint whose feast is celebrated on that day would be given to the child. So those days, the 2 famous Johns were John the Baptist and John the Evangelist. So the historians preferred or gave John the Baptist. There is a slab in the parish hall of St. Cyprian even to our days, where near the baptismal font it is written on the plaque, here the mystical Dr. John, who was born on 24th of June 1542. And in the meantime, we don't know exactly when her second brother, Luis, was born or when he died. Anyway, he died before the death of Gonzalo. We will see the childhood, the bitter, painful childhood experience of John of the Cross in the next episode.